and they can regenerate the whole body. So the lack of this regenerative capacity significantly limits the resilience, the machine, and the environment they can operate in. The figure is present the controllable the dimension of the freedom from the few to many, and for example, this machine can transform this leg from the wheel to the pedal, and after that, and then the biological system is more soft and can adapted for the environment. And the recent study, the Klingman can make the Xenobot, which is a soft robot using the biological tissue. So research try to make from this area to this area for the artificial system. And in this research, the focus the regeneration, because regeneration can make a new dimension of the freedom for shape. So our research question is, can we give the regenerative capacity to soft robot? So to answer this question, we propose a model for soft robot that regenerate through the neural cellular automata. To increment the soft robot, we use the Evosol, which is a soft robot simulator coded by the Python. And the simulator can easy to make a variety of the type of box cell, like muscle and tissue and bone. So using the box cell, we can make a variety of the morphology of the soft robot, and that simulate the locomotion of the soft robot like this. And we applying the neural cellular automata to growth and the regeneration rule of soft robot. So what is the neural cellular automata? Usually the cellular automata, neural cellular automata is one of the cellular automata. And usually the cellular automata is determining the rule for the time evolution. But neural cellular automata run and search of this rule for using the neural network. For example, this neural cellular automata can run the growth and regenerative rule. So we try to apply the neural cellular automata to the 2D soft robot. For example, like this, we use the 3-layer neural network, and the input layer is correspond to the number of the neighborhood, like this. The square is correspond to the one box cell, and the hidden layer is we use 64 hidden state, and to condition the one step. First is a feed forward, a linear unit, and second is a recurrent LSTM unit. And output layer is a number of box cell state, and this layer decides the next state of the box cell. So firstly, we try to train for locomotion the soft robot through the genetic algorithm. Firstly, we grow the soft robot through neural cellular automata, and from the single box cell like this, and get the phenotype, the final state of the neural cellular automata. And we evaluate locomotion in the constant time like this. And we calculate the fitness value. In this experiment, the fitness value is the travel distance of the center of mass of the soft robot. And then evolve the weight of the genotype. And we repeat this cycle for each generation. So this is a research strategy. We try to the three experiment. First, we try to run the growth rule for the 2D soft robot. And second is a more complex model to the 3D soft robot. And after that, we try to run the regenerative rule for 3D soft robot. So first result is we try to run the neural cellular automata to the growth. And this is a training curve and 10 independent runs each condition. And we try to use the 300 population and 500 generation. Almost the training is success, and we get some common grown soft robot. This is get from the feed-forward network, like biped and the S-type. And this is get by the recurrent network, like L-type and zigzag creature. So yeah, we confirmed that neural cellular automata works well for growing of soft robot. So next step is we try to apply the 3D soft robot. And we also try to training the 24 independent runs each condition. In this case, the 100 population and 300 generation. And we get the some common ground soft robot. We get the 2D group and the 3D group. The 2D group is like this. It is interesting because this is actually the 3D space, but they are evolved 2D creature. And this is a feed-forward network, and this one is given by the recurrent neural network. And also, we can get the 3D group like this. So this is the morphology get from the feed-forward network. And this two morphology can get from the recurrent network. So this is a partial summary for the growth rule. So first we gave the growth capacity to the 2D and 3D soft robot, so through neural cellular automata. And the advantage of the presence of the cellular memory was a dependent task in our experiments. So this is we need more research. And we can get the new morphology that did not appear in the previous study using the CPPN, like tripod. So next step is we try to this soft robot can get the ability of the regeneration. So we pick up the three morphology, biped and the triped, the marsped, and we cut the half of this morphology and try to regrow. But the biped doesn't work well. The triped is still work well, and marsped is also doesn't work well. So yeah, neural cellular automata that are trained for locomotion failed regeneration. So we try to train another neural cellular automata for the regeneration. So we also try to grow the software robot through neural cellular automata from the damaged morphology 10 step. And we evaluate the similarity between the original morphology and regrown one, this one. So we compare each voxel and the position and the type of the voxel, and we check each voxel and evaluate the fitness value, and then evolve the weight of the genotype, and repeat this cycle for each generation. And this is a result. Each the morphology, and this is just one independent run, and 1,000 population and 1,000 generation. The training is work well, so we get almost regrown the morphology from the 90% to 80%. So we also try to check recover their locomotion. So this is an example of the tripod. The tripod, the original one is can move to about 40, but the damaged one doesn't move to almost. But after the regrown one, almost about half distance they can recover locomotion. So this is a summary. So this is the previous summary, and we can give regenerate the capacities to software robots through the neural cellular automata, but we need two different neural cellular automata for growth and regeneration. So we should try to only use the neural cellular automata is a future one. So this is the last slide. If we use this model, we may realize regenerate the ability of the machine. Actually, the biological organisms can memorize the global morphology through the biological signaling like this. This salamander. The salamander can regenerate the leg using the global morphological memory through the biological signaling, and the biological signaling network can modify using the extrinsic electrical stimuli. For example, usually this is a frog, the leg. Usually the frog doesn't regenerate, but after the extrinsic electronic stimuli, this leg regenerate. So using this technique, we can apply the hybrid machine. So maybe if we can make the machine which can regenerate. So that's all. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. Now it's time for questions. Okay, Bill, please go ahead.
Chat.
So, yeah, the question's in the chat, but my question was, when you have the sea slug, the head is removed.
Yep.
But in your robots, there's no obvious head. So how do you decide where to place your cut?
So you mean in my simulation?
Yeah.
Or yeah, actually now we just try to cut the half left side. But yeah, actually we try to another cutting. But actually firstly we try to the only one cutting. So
you
yeah, actually
you always
I think
supply
yeah.
the same cut regardless?
Yeah, actually now we can just try to the one direction cutting. So
okay.
Yeah, we should try. Yeah, we should try to the another cutting and more to regrowth. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Will, for your question. We have a couple of more questions. So, Eric, I would like to ask you to go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, brief question, an opinion actually. Do you think that this is possible to reapply this approach, your idea, for regenerating the brain of the robot instead of the body of the robot? Probably depending on the representation, this could be more or less effective.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, actually, in the simulation, I think the software robot can regenerate in any cutting because there is no centralization brain. But in the real biology, for example, the sea slug or the salamander, they have a centralization brain. So if they could remove the brain, maybe they can't regenerate.
I also can add something to this. So we did some experiments where not a neural cell automata, but we used Hebbian rules, also like a distributed system. And there we actually see that we can blank out complete parts of the weights of the network, which is like, cutting them out. And then they can regenerate the connectivity they had before. So it's a slightly different approach, but it shows the power of this kind of self-organizing process that it's able to kind of recover its weights.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have one more question from Stefano. Stefano, do you want to ask?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was just wondering if this is just a sort of embedding or memorization like you had with Hopfield networks, or is this something more?
Yeah, it's similar of the Hopfield. Yeah, the simulation is also embed the memory to the weight of the neural network. So I think the Hopfield network is also embed the memory to the weight of the network, right?
Yes, it actually memorizes some states and then it falls into those states again if you present an input which is similar, which can be.
I think that it's similar to the Hopfield model in this simulation.
Okay, just curiosity. Thank you.
I think you could also say that there's an attractor in weight space, and that attractor is in this case the complete morphology, and so there's definitely connections, I think, to Hopfield networks, which is interesting.
Okay, thank you for the question and for the answers. We have one more question in the chat. Fraser, do you want to come in and ask the question? Okay, the mic is broken, so I will read the question. So, do the offcuts show any interesting behavior if observed?
Offcut means, sorry, show any interesting behavior.
So I guess
sorry,
the parts that are cut off, if they show any interesting behavior, but I guess we didn't look at those, right?
Actually, we now can't find this interesting behavior. It's just the turning the initial position. So yeah.
So yeah, I think we didn't look at the, like, I guess Fraser, you mean like when you cut it off, like how would that part behave, right? That's something we didn't really look at.
Yeah.